Alright folks, this video we're going to do a couple of benchmarks. I'm going to run R20 all the way through, then we'll do R23 where I start it and maybe pause it along the way a couple times, but we won't bore you with that one. It takes 10 minutes. So I think for this processor I'll do single core and multi-core on the R23. So let's go ahead and get R20 going. Now, this is the I5-12400f. Let me tell you about what we've got for a setup. It is on the less than spectacular Asus Prime H610m-E D4. So that's a micro ATX motherboard. Lacks a lot of features that you would want. Doesn't have PCIe 5.0, doesn't have DDR5 capability. Only has one big PCIe by 16 slot for graphics card, which limits some of the other crap you can plug in there, right? 2 slots for RAM, only supports DDR4. We've got 3200 megahertz RAM, which is, you know, overclocked in XMP. Now the CPU itself, this is the first benchmark I've ever done with it. It is the i5-12400f, meaning it needs a graphics card. It has the Intel stock cooler on it, okay, which is, you know, upgraded from past generations for the i5. Has the copper base plate on it. Power supply, EVGA 650 watt BQ. Now, other things to note. So that's the hardware. We've got a score 4640. Let me just tilt this a little bit. So there's 4640. It's under a Threadripper, above a Ryzen 7 1700X. How does that compare to other stuff? Yeah, good question, folks. Could not tell you, but there is your score. Now, this CPU currently does not appear to be supported by Intel's XTU, which is one of the places where I would go to boost power limits. I'm not sure that our CPU cooler can, you know, quite handle a big boost in power limits. The i7, which has a lot more cores, was not able to really handle that stock cooler, so I had upgraded it. In this case, since I can install Intel's XTU, I can't give you guys that benchmark. We might, you know, for the hell of it, run CPU user benchmark. Alright, so there's one down. 4640. R23. And this one takes forever. You saw how fast that one was. So we'll do multi-core. Now, just so you know, a really enhanced, we'll say, or well taken care of i7-12700f scores 20,568. You can get that a little higher. You can end up lower than that. If you use a stock cooler, you could end up in the 8,000 range. Okay, so if you want to see how I got my score 20,000 with it, check out the video. Now this guy is, you know, probably, I bet, going to end up right in this area. Who knows? We'll see. I'm going to pause it for now, folks, because it's going to take 10 minutes. Alright, folks, so it's still going. It's at 6 minutes 30 seconds to go into it. It truly does take at least 10 minutes. One thing you can note, though, it's starting to show where the score is going to be. Right now it looks like it's above this i9 laptop, which had a score of 9,087. So might end up with a decent score. Somewhere, it's going to end up potentially somewhere between 9,000 and 16,000. Alright, we have a little more than 3 minutes to go. Alright, so it's getting near the end. So just to rewind, Intel i5-12400f, stock cooler, power limit set to default. undoubtedly the highest scores with this will probably come from there. Or if you are able to change the base frequency, that would be the other method. I don't believe this cheap motherboard will allow that. So it's just going to have to go through this one more time, folks, and then it will provide the score, hopefully. And it is getting there. We have a score, 12,047. So that's it's not bad. Makes you wonder how come the i7-12700F had so much problems with the power limit throttling, and knowing that the temperatures got pretty warm on that CPU with the stock cooler. But not bad at all there. Obviously, like I said, if XTU is available, I would boost the power limits. I could do it in the BIOS, but we'll save that for another video. Alright, so there's that score. Let's get you the single core score, and I will once again pause this. I don't want the camera to time out, so we'll have to unpause it various spots along the way. Alright, we're almost 4 minutes into it. Alright folks, single core score is just about there. The 10 minutes has gone by and it is wrapping up the last set of blocks, we'll call it. And you can see out of what is listed on here, this is going to end up number 1. So I'm just going to let this play out so you guys can see it. Wake up. Still going, folks. I don't think it locked up, but I'm going to pause it for a while till we get a score. Alright, so I'd say it has locked up. We're going to restart and run the single core again. Alright, folks. Ran it again. 1704. I repeat, 1704. That is significantly higher than anything else on this list, even though they are a lot of Intel CPUs. Looks like laptops, some older stuff. There's one of the Threadrippers on here, which, you know, has a massive multi-core score. So having that on here for single core is not very impressive. But hey, that's the score I got. All right. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.